Hey Sag, this is your girl Lisa coming back with another video. How have you guys been? I've missed you. I want to apologize for not putting out a second half of March reading. Things got kind of crazy, as I'm sure it has done for you as well. Very crazy, right? Um, this video is for my Sagittarius sun signs, moon signs, rising, and Venus signs. All right. So if you haven't already, guys, just go ahead and like the video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to pull three cards and from three different decks, and it's going to be basically the first card is going to be, what's going on around you, what kind of energy is going on, how you thinking, how you feeling. All right, Sag. And then the next card is going to be what can be done to support the first card. All right. It's like the medicine card. What can be done. And then the third card is just some additional guidance. All right. So let's get started. I actually started this video and I had to stop. All kinds of things happened. I made this video yesterday and somehow it got deleted, so I had to start all over. I'm thinking maybe Spirit wants my Sagittarius to hear a different message, and that's okay because we roll with the punches, right? We do a pretty good job, as Sagittarius, going with the flow, don't we, guys? All right. So then I started a video today. Um, and then anyway, so the first card that came up is bittersweet. All right, Sag. So bittersweet. Okay, so what does that mean, right? It means with what I'm getting is we are all going through a time that's difficult, more difficult for some than for others, right? Some of us, Sages, we are still going to work because we're essential employees. Some of us depend on going to a job and it's not considered essential. So some of us Sages are staying home. Some of us are not getting paid, right? So that's very stressful. And some of us are working from home but still getting paid, or and a little stuff in the middle, right? Like that. So it's just very stressful. But Spirit is saying that we're experiencing a bittersweet time. And the reason why I think that Spirit is saying it's bittersweet, Sag, is because we are the most optimistic sign of the zodiac, right? I'm pretty proud to say that we're pretty optimistic. All right. And if look at the card. So let's look at the card. Imagery is everything in tarot. So we see this woman, she's being gifted with a cake. And the little girl is so happy to present it to her, right? But she's not feeling it. Okay. And then we see a dove here. Okay, so she's not happy. Like it's, there's a lot going on in this card. There's a lot of sorrow in the card. Now the little girl's happy, but she doesn't know the woes of the woman. Okay, she doesn't know real time struggles, and we do, right, Sag? We tend to make the best out of a bad situation, and right now we tend to be able to see you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's what Spirit wants us to see, that even though we are going through a difficult time right now with this quarantine and this stay-at-home order, there is something positive happening. We'll talk about ourselves, how it's affecting Sages, but like on a global level, first, um, a lot of things are happening that need to happen, right? This is a global situation, right? And what we need to continue to stay mindful of is how necessary all of this is. You might be like, Lisa, I'm sitting here, I'm at home trying to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills. This actually had to happen this way, Sag, because this is the only way that the world was going to wake up to the calling of of where we need to be um spiritually. Like there's like a call on all of us, because if this was just happening like in Philly, who would care? You know, people in Italy wouldn't care, people in China wouldn't care. This is, you know, that's their issue, but this is a global issue, and it's causing us to reevaluate everything, right? um Families are forced now to, you know, sit at the dinner table with their children. um there's not as much pollution going on. You know, Earth Mother is actually, she's healing right now. She's like resetting. And this global shift is necessary. What we're experiencing is necessary to take us into what is to come out of this, right? So this is a very bittersweet time, you know, for us Sag, isn't it? But you know, let me read a little bit. Like this is like a new deck. This is kind of it's like it's a new deck that I haven't really familiarized myself with. So basically, this card is about hidden blessings, Sag. All right. Um okay, new horizons. Okay, and releasing. All right. I feel like Earth Mother is so happy though. There's like this cleansing. And I don't mean cleansing because people are passing away and, you know, moving on and becoming ancestors. I meant like just a cleansing, you know. I feel like she's able to breathe right now. I feel like, you know, she's able to reset. And there's a lot of hidden blessings in what's happening right now. And we could look at our lives, you know, Sag, and think about what positive things, you know, have come out of this, you know. And I know it's different for everybody. Um, I was about to say for me, but you guys aren't here to find out or listen to, you know, how it's beneficial for me or whatever. But, you know, we could take some time now, Sag. You know what? Let me pull another card. Okay. It's already 7 minutes. All right. So, so we have the bittersweet card. So what's going on now? That's what we're experiencing, a bittersweet time. Okay. And so it is time to ask our handy dandy old trusty tarot for some guidance. What can Sag use or utilize or implement? I'm such a therapist, right, guys? You can tell. What type of interventions could be, you know, implemented to assist Sages right now in this bittersweet time? All right. Oh, for the first 2 weeks of April, Spirit. All right, come through. Okay. But we tend to stay optimistic. You know, this might be a fearful time for a lot of Sages right now. This might be, you know, thoughts might be creeping in. Ooh, let me. Sorry about that. Too many cards at once. You guys know how I do. Too many, you know, money's being affected right now, which could be playing on the mood, you know, the overall mood and, you know, feelings and, you know, how we think, you know, impacts how we feel. How we feel impacts how we behave, right? So there might be some, you know, there might be some sadness, some fear, like how long is this going to last? But there's the word sweet after bitter, right? So I'm thinking that we're seeing some good in this. You know, I'm sure that um all right, let's see here. Oops. I'm sorry, Sag. I just need one card from Spirit. But as I was saying, I think that, oh, here we go. Okay, Sag. Here we go with the Three of Wands. Okay, so the Three of Wands is of the fire suit. And this gentleman, he is forging on his path, right? So basically, this comes after the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands talks about planning, okay, planning for the future. It's a gentleman that has, you know, he's standing between two wands, and he has like a globe. He's planning on, he knows that he's the master of his destiny, and he's thinking of a master plan. um oh, that was a quick Eric B and Rakim reference there, but anyway, you don't know nothing about that, Sag. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So right now he's on his way, right? He sees that there is some mountains ahead. You see this? So he knows that there's some obstacles ahead of him, but he's on his way. So right now, Sag, this is telling me, wait, also, wait, let me just see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have the Page of Cups. All right. Okay. I'm getting it. I'm seeing it. So right now, Sag, what I'm getting, I'm this light, right? Anyway, so even though we're experiencing like a bittersweet time right now, kind of wondering like, oh my gosh, when is this going to end? When are things going to go back to normal? I will tell you right now, nothing is going to go back to the way it was. And that is a good thing. Things have to change, things have to shift, Um, right now, people are paying more attention to their health. People are, it's so funny because I notice, so many people, you can see what people value by what they put in their cart at the store, right? I'm sitting here like, what? Um, People are getting a lot of cleaning products, but they're not eating clean. It's like, wait a minute, it's about boosting your immune system. Like this right here, everybody, there's a call for us to look at health differently and how we take care of ourselves, right? What we put in our bodies, what we put in our minds, because we're not just what we eat, we're what we watch, we're what we think, you know, we're who we hang around, like all of those things, right, Sag? Now I'm getting off topic a little bit, right? But I could talk to you, you know, I love you guys. But I want you to know that this gentleman, he's not letting anything stop him. You see, he's still pushing. He's still hustling, hustling. He's still moving. He's moving on. He's keeping strong. And the thing about it is, this is the fire suit. So this is about creativity. This is about um, this is about career. This is about passion. So this might be a good time, Sag, for you to think about, what your passions are, what you're passionate about. Maybe you could start something while you're quarantined. This might be, a new venture, like a new creative venture. The wands are also about creative ventures, right? So his back is to us because he's out. Like he's still doing his thing. He's finding a way. He realized what direction he needs to go because he realized that in the Two of Wands, and now he's on his way. So even though things are not looking the best right now, he's not letting that stop him. And Sagittarius, nothing stops us, right? We're ever expanding. We stay optimistic, we stay on our grind, we stay, on our creative projects, because we have to continue to be, mentally stimulated. We have to continue to grow. Like Jupiter, we're ruled by Jupiter, right? And Jupiter is the largest planet. So we're always wanting to expand and grow and learn about new things and, venture off into new journeys, new territory, if you will, right? So again, even though there's mountains ahead of him, he's still going. He's not letting that stop him. And Sag, don't let this stop you. Think about again, think about what what lights you up inside. What are you passionate about? Now you might be passionate about what you're doing, your 9 to 5, and that's a blessing if you love your job. This is also a time to think about, what didn't you have time to do while you were at your 9 to 5. Now you have a time to think about, what, let me create a vision board. Let me think about, what can I do during this time, during this quarantine, during this stay-at-home order, right? Like what can I do? Maybe you could, maybe there's products you can make. Maybe you can journal. Maybe start a podcast. Some type of creative endeavor, because that's what I'm also seeing here. As we talked about, and it's also when we talk about the Page of Cups. Oop. All right. The Page of Cups is about creativity, right? And about let's hold this up. The page is also a messenger, so you might be hearing some good news shortly. Sag. It's also about expect the unexpected. Like you see this page is looking at a fish jumping out of a cup. Like who's expecting that, right? So this could be about expect the unexpected, but it's going to be positive. Okay, the page of cups is a positive omen. It's a good omen. And we tend to, have a charm life, Sag. Oops, low power mode. We tend to, I just had to press my phone. An alert came up about, low battery. So actually I probably should charge the phone. But Sag, the thing about it is, keep an open heart, which that's not a problem for you. And think about when we see these together, this is really talking about creativity. Okay, so your creative pursuits, are you into drawing or singing or, painting, music, just something, something creative. So this is asking you, just beckoning you actually to, even though things are a little bittersweet right now, focus on the sweet, right, Sag? Focus on the sweet, focus on your passions. How would you like to spend your time now? And if your passions don't really include something that if you need to be out of the house or this is something that you need for this stay-at-home order to be lifted in order to do, just start planning for it. Start writing down your business plan, write it out or figure something out. But I will tell you, a lot of people are saying, like, I'm never going to be in this spot again. Like, if this ever happens again, I got to think of a side hustle. So this might be like side hustle ideas, right? Like, oh my gosh, I've always been good at this. Maybe I could market this. All of us are special and unique, and we all have a special gift to share, right? And there's this one saying that says, there is no traffic in your lane. Okay. So, a lot of us, just humans, right? We might look to the left and to the right and be like, oh, they started this a while ago. They're good at that. But they started somewhere, Sag. You know what I'm saying? So this right here, just stay passionate about your pursuits. Just know, and also, good things are coming. Good things are coming, Sag. Okay. So let's close out with another oracle card. All right. For my saucy Sages for the first 2 weeks in April. All right, Spirit. Okay. Oopsies. Too many cards. Just one, please. For my Sages who always look at the cup as half full. Let me get it together here. Okay. Let me get comfortable. Just one last card to close it out. If there is some guidance in this card. If you like to cook, I'm like looking, I don't know, I'm just hearing some stuff. If you like to cook, Sag, if you like to bake, like creating new meals, new recipes. Yeah. Okay. And also tap into that spiritual side of yourself. Tap into the spiritual side of yourself, Sagittarius. You're very intuitive, but tap into that. I know that, yeah. All right. Or I think some of their oopsies. Okay. You know what? These two were just these two are called, oh, wow. Meditate and contemplate. So Sag, now's a good time to, take time and meditate, visualize the life that you would like. All right. I feel kind of called to read about this card. Meditate. All right. Meditate and contemplate. Okay. Um, basically, this is about facing your fears. All right. This is the new moon in Pisces card. So basically, meditate and contemplate, Sag. So this is what the guidance is saying is use your feelings to guide your way. All right. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. So, there might be some fear about um what's going on, with the quarantine, with your job, with your coin, when are we going to be out of this? You know what I mean? I have my guesstimations on how long this will last, based on astrology. But it's not a time to, be fearful. Just exercise your faith, Sag, all right? Oh my gosh, just okay. It says it's time to surrender to the divine. All right. Yeah, just okay. Just trust. All right. And for those of you also, look, prosperity lies ahead. Oh, wow. Okay. So just know, Sag, it's coming. Okay. So it's coming. Just um, do you. All right. And don't be afraid. I know I said this in another reading, but when I heard it, it was very powerful. Like when I was, fearful to make these videos or to give personal readings, I saw something and it really resonated, and the saying was, where are most of the most brilliant ideas and innovative ideas um and what's that word, Sag? Um, anyway, basically, I can't think of it right now, but of course, as soon as I stop filming, I'm going to inventions. The best inventions, the best ideas, the most creative ideas and projects. Where are they? They are in the cemetery because people die with them, out of fear of just stepping out there and forging new territory. Just a lot of times people they're afraid of failure, but people don't really talk about how people are afraid of success. um because that takes a lot. That takes momentum. You got to keep that going. But anyway, I'm getting it. Anyway, prosperity, Sag, right? Prosperity lies ahead. Let's just read about that a little bit, okay? Because that's definitely good news, okay? So, ooh, ooh, ooh. Um, it's definitely talking about take time out to pamper yourself because Taurus, they're ruled by Venus. They like to indulge in like the finer things, just they like all their senses to be satisfied, smells and tastes and, all that stuff. But just pamper yourself and take good care of yourself. Get into that self-care, Sag, okay? Take time to, go ahead and, make that Epsom salt bath, with the candles and, the jazz or whatever type of music you like to listen to. Make yourself a nice meal. Um, if you are booed up, get like a nice massage, stuff like that. But basically, prosperity lies ahead. You will soon be able to afford the thing that you're dreaming of. So it's going to be fine, Sag. And you know it is. We always land on our feet, right? But also, make sure you're taking care of your health. All right. Make sure that you are taking care of your spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical health, Sag, because when you don't tend to your spiritual health, then it descends into your mental, right? And then when it still goes unaddressed, then it descends in the emotional. And then when it keeps going ignored and unaddressed, then it manifests into the physical. All right. So make sure you guys are, really checking in with yourself and making sure that you're doing okay. Okay. shameless plug time. All right. So, guys, I have all these remedies. You know, I'm a holistic health practitioner. For those of you that don't know, I'm a licensed therapist, but I'm also a holistic health practitioner. My website is going to be listed below. But, you know, if right now, if you're stressed out, Sag, and you can't sleep, you know, I got something for that. It's called Sleep Well. All right. It's an herbal tincture. Also, I have some valerian root here. Valerian root is a very potent nervine, meaning it calms the nerves. It's like a muscle relaxer. It's like a tranquilizer for your body, for your nervous system. And you see I have them both, but I'm sitting at my bed right here. And you know, all you do is you just take well, let's talk about this first. Herbal tinctures. Let's talk about herbs real quick, Sag, okay? There's pretty much three forms to take an herb. The weakest form is by tea. The second one is by capsules, and the strongest form is by a herbal tincture. My tinctures have been sitting and getting potentized and stronger for 3 months. So they're very effective. They're really strong. Um, and like, so you just take a dropper full, put it in some water, and throw it down. And again, I tend to use these two together. They're effective by themselves, but I do a drop of each in water and I'm out. All right. I'm also, if you check out my website, I also have sea moss, and the description is there, you know, all of the good healing properties of that. I have something, you know, for anxiety, what's called relax. All right. And I have something for depression. I have something for, let's see what else. I got lots of goodies on the website, guys. Okay, so just check it out. I have some herbal iron, Oregon grapefruit. That's a very good one. That's a blood purifier. That right there. And what's selling like hotcakes right now is my immunity remedy, and that is a herbal tincture that is comprised of elderberries and elder flowers. And those two, I mean, that is just jam packed with nutrients. It's antiviral, antibacterial. It knocks out mucus. It cleans the lungs. It's made to. It's crazy because Spirit told me in December, Lisa, make this formula, this antiviral formula. That also knocks out mucus in the bronchioles and the lungs and stuff. And look, what? COVID, like, boom, what? I got something for you. You know, it's all about keeping our immune system, our frequencies high, strong. We got this, guys. We got this, Sag. So again, www.lisa, Lesaddrake, lisaddrake.com. And I got all the goodies. And there should be 7 or 8 more remedies posted in the next week or week and a half. All right. So anyway, Sag, you got this. Even though it's a bittersweet time, focus on your creative endeavors, what you can create in this time. Okay. Even if it's just a better headspace, focus on your passions. Just keep moving because everything, it's all good. Make sure you tap into the divine. All right. And check in. And just know prosperity lies ahead. So if you're worried about your money, all this is temporary, Sag. All this is temporary, okay, what we're going through. But just remember that it's necessary for all of this to be experiencing this together. All right. I'll see you in a couple weeks. And let me know if this is resonating, Sag. Let me, you know, just like the video and comment, say something. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.